Hello, hello, everybody. I'm back. So, thank you for your patience. Well, took a couple days for allergy relief. Can still feel it here, so I may sound a little nasally, but that's what's happening. So, thank you for all your prayers and all your well wishes. I greatly appreciate that. Happy Virgo season. Happy birthday to all you Virgos. And of course, Virgo season, Virgo is one of the most helpful of the signs, and they have this goal, and this impacts all of us during this season too. They're very health conscious, so we deal with our bodies a whole lot. They're very work oriented in their scheduling and detail orientation, and very duty bound, as I'm reading here from this beautiful book here, uh, which I'm going to talk about the moon energy, which is something that I kind of wanted to stay up to date on with everyone too. Um, but this is a period for us to pay attention to our diet, our hygiene, and our daily schedules, which is funny because as I was stuffed up, I was looking at what my daily schedule looks like. And so September, I'm going to have some changes to what I'm doing, which I'll talk about when they happen. But happy Sagittarius moon. We went into the Sagittarius moon yesterday, and we'll be in that through tomorrow morning at 9:05 a.m. Eastern time when we go into Capricorn energy. So we'll talk about the Capricorn moon tomorrow, or maybe this evening. But the Sagittarius moon is one of the most optimistic and willing to let go of things. So, great period of time here with the Sagittarius moon. Of course, it is ruled by the planet Jupiter, which is all about long distance travel and education of the higher mind. So, it's a great time to take off on an adventure if you are wanting to do so, or attend a seminar on a topic or study something that you're really interested in, like philosophy or religion. It's a sign, the gift of prophecy of wisdom. So we might have some prophetic messages come through. Definitely wisdom being dropped by spirit today. And when the moon is in this sign, it's a great time to spend time outdoors, be spontaneous. I love laugh much too loudly. So enjoy it. Just watch for tendency towards excess, waste, and overdoing it. So I like that. So good energies. They're giving us energy to get things done and do things. So that is what we have there. And I'm going to pop out the chat here. And let me just do a quick screenshot in case we lose anything here. And just going to change things up a little bit here and there, where just to make the most use of everyone's time here. All right, perfect. So it saved everything. It didn't erase anything. So that is good news. And if you're new to this channel, how well, first of all, welcome, or new to these readings, welcome, welcome, welcome. We do how the we have a great group of people. I'm trying to do two things at once, and I'm not doing very well with it. I'm so sorry. But we have a great group of people here. Huge hearts, huge senses of humor, all that. We're probably going to laugh too loudly today. But I love the energy, and we definitely have this wonderful energy, in the room here. Uh, if you're how the free readings work, we do move down the chat list in order, first come, first serve. There's no special list. The chat is it. Um, so, if you don't want to put your business out there, you can just ask for a general reading or general guidance. Spirit knows. If anyone makes a donation, which I do see, Supernova, thank you so much for your donation. So we'll go to you first. I do prioritize donations as an energy exchange. So I will step out of the free readings, complete those, dive deeper, and return back to free readings and move down the list. I'm on for about 2 hours. I'll be bugging out at 12:55 p.m. Mountain Standard Time to go to my Praying Mantis member free readings, which happen at the end after each one of these sessions. So if you're interested in joining us there, you can check out the membership link at the top. All right. And I normally go into like everything that I put out, but if you're interested in what I have free giveaways for memberships, all this kind of stuff. Just check out the community tab, and we're just going to move into readings. Less advertising, more action is what we're going to do. All right. I am going to use the round tarot today. So, as I mentioned, we're going to start with Supernova. Thank you so much for your dual donations. And to your first question, you just like some messages and encouragement from spirit about your dreams. Right now, you're not sure what to do. Sure, let's take a look here and see what spirit has for you here. What would they like you to know? So we'll look at those. And then you also wanted messages from Kurt Spirit. I feel like there's a combo. They're drawing me to this deck, Voice of the Souls Oracle, which has a message from your soul, from your spirit guides, and from another entity, another, spiritual being. And I feel like that is Kurt. So we're going to pull from here to get the messages from spirit, like from your soul, from your spirit guides, but Kurt. So we're kind of gonna mesh your two readings together with those cards, and we'll pull more. Let's look at the tarot first. See what they came through here. Yeah. Don't you always get the Empress? I feel like you always get the Empress. I don't know why. But here she is. So be you and allow yourself, to flow here. To allow this energy of birthing, of Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, nurturing yourself, allowing your creativity to flow. Focus on creativity, 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 because that's what she does. That's the energy that you put forward, but you start with yourself and you allow it to fill you up and to flow out. Yeah. And also, you've got all these messages from spirit coming in around you. So, definitely right now, they are all around you, giving you extra, extra, extra messages. And if you take the time to really center yourself and get into quietude, then you will have this energy of, being able to see more the signs and synchronicities they're bringing in the outside world. They're dropping things into your mind, they're dropping things into your heart. And there's all this stuff that's coming around you, right? And this Eight of Wands does say that spirit is very much with you, of course, and bringing you a lot of messages all over the place. So I like that. And then they have the Five of Cups. So, here is, I almost feel like this is your album cover. We've got this, wonderful, wonderful, you know, um, the three cups that are spilt. These are the lower vibrational energies that we've, come down here to experience, but we always have the power of choice. And I feel like a big thing that they're saying for you to do is not to resist flow, allow your emotions to flow. Here's that river, the flowing. There is this bridge over here that once you look at your Two of Cups, you're able to step into that power where you get to choose what emotion you want to feel in each moment. You'll go over the bridge, and here's this huge castle over here. So, there's this, great energy that comes in there for you there, and it's transformational. That's why I feel like it's your musical album, because it's, all about transforming emotion. That's like your goal of your music, is transforming your own emotions, but helping other people transform them too. Yeah, because you got the five, another five, so two fives, about transforming things, right? So this is transforming fear, your energy from fear to love. So all of this is about, look at your creativity, look at all of this, you know, um, all this energy. And so those four came out, and you got five cards. Yeah. And then you've got the joy, the celebration, the balanced energy. So all of this changes to joy, focusing joy, focus on the higher. the higher realm, the higher energies, the higher vibrational energies, bring us in a wonderful balance. So, definitely this is transforming all the lower vibrational energies into this joyful type of energy that comes in. So I like all that. And then let's take a look here at the voice of the soul's oracle and see what comes in. What more do they want you to know right now? Your soul and your spirit guides, and then that the final message, the entity, is going to be um, from Kurt. And then, of course, you get the regrets card here. Card number 23, 2 plus 3 is 5, right? So I like this looking back over your life, right? And I love the message that comes in. So let's take a look here. So the first message is from your soul nova, supernova, and it says part of your energy is caught in regrets, which would make sense with the 5 of cups here, right? You feel you have missed something important, which brings you great sorrow. You may be regretting a choice you've made and looking to turn back time, right? Share, turn back time. This isn't necessarily a good idea. Remember, and this is your soul speaking to you. You always do your best with what you have. You always make the right choices when you make them on your own. These regrets create a heavy inner burden, which disconnects you from your inner beauty. They also create blockages inside you, disconnecting you from your solar plexus chakra. Then you may be caught in an inner struggle, letting yourself be guided by negative thoughts. This isn't right for you. Take time to understand the source of your regrets. Write them down and then release them. This will allow you to create new space for new actions. So I like that. You're releasing these old emotions, right? And then your spirit guides say part of you is in an energy of duality, which can create inner tension and prevent you from feeling serene. You are also constantly doubting everything. This can create a freezing comfort zone in your outer life. You feel like you're waiting for something important without necessarily understanding what that is. We invite you to understand the source of this duality that has been inside of you for months. Become aware of the discrepancy between what you are creating in your outer life and what you really want. We invite you to contact us. So there's that 8 of wands again. Talk to us, pay attention to us. We have a lot to tell you. It says, because you think we're absent at the moment and you act from this feeling, you don't ask for signs or guidance. But it's up to you to come to us using your choice of method. We await your call to share everything you need to know and guide you to free yourself from this duality and create new and inner and outer osmosis. Yeah, so definitely, this 8 here, of course, with the Empress is all about the outer creativity. And then your message from Kurt, he says, even if now I feel free, I had many regrets. For different reasons, there were many things I did not do. I was often afraid of showing up and making the wrong choices. I'd lock myself up in these certainties. Today, I realize these regrets created an inner burden. I don't want you to make the same choices I did. Dare to be the beautiful person you want to be. Before I departed, I left some things unfinished. I thought I could take care of them later. I thought I had more time, but I didn't. In hindsight, it was perfect this way. Today, I need you to do something for me, something I would have liked to do. I am sending you many signs, and deep down, you know what I'm talking about. So do this thing for me. You will help me and help us communicate in a new way. I have faith in you. Wow, beautiful. I love that. So that is from Kurt, and that is what they have for you. So thank you so much, Supernova, for your double donation there, and those are the messages that they're bringing for you. All right, and then I have an additional donation. Thank you so much, Nebraska, and it says celebrate your first super chat. So congratulations on successfully using the super chat. Greatly appreciate it. And you want to know, will you pass your test this Sunday? Whoa! All right. Let's take a look here. And why are you having so many self-destructive thoughts? Why are you feeling your boyfriend is a little distant? All right. And thank you so much for your donation. Let's dive into these and see what is going on here. So let's take a look and see, will you pass your test Sunday? And then why you're having so many self-destructive thoughts. Let's look at these. Okay. So 212. Okay. And then why are you feeling your boyfriend is a little distant? All right. And let's take a look here and see what's going on with that situation. All right. So first of all, let's take a look here at Sunday. Wow, you got 2 great cards here. You have fast movement and the victory card coming in here. I like this card. It's both are very much fast movement, and I feel like you're going to find out really quick that you did well on the test, that you pass it. The choice card here is good coming in here too because it tells you that how well you do on it is really up to you. When we're in fear, our mind goes into fight or flight mode, right? Our body, our little inner child, when it feels unsafe or out of control, alarms go off. It knocks out our intelligent, compassionate, loving side of us and goes into where a 2-year-old and its pet cat are in charge. So of course, we don't want, that them to be taking your test, right? So anything you can do to calm yourself before you go into the test is good. Listen to calming music, centering music. If you have breathing exercises, do that. If you feel anxiety during the test or even before, just if you're able to breathe in through your nose, just breathe in through your nose, hold it for a moment, and then slowly exhale through your nose and just slow down your breathing. That'll clear you and bring your body out of fight or flight mode and bring you into this, calmer place where you have full access to your beautiful brain that is housing all the information that you've been studying. It takes in everything. We have access to it, but not when we're in fight or flight mode because we disconnect from our intelligence because our brain doesn't want us to think, it wants us to fight or run, right? So come to this place of calm, even just question, why am I fearing if I don't? It's a test. It's just someone's opinion of what we know or don't know. And if we don't pass it, we'll just retake it. We'll retake something, right? It's not like in these movies where people fail in tests and they, kill them, right? You will survive this one way or another, and they're just saying, come to this calm place because you're going to do fine, but how well you do is how much you stay out of your fears. And so breathe deep and come out of that. So I like that. And then why you're having so many self-destructive thoughts here, let's take a look here. All right. Yeah, I see here. There's there is the 6 of Pentacles here talks about the out of balance giving and receiving belief systems that you have down below. I feel like with this card, it's telling us you're an overgiver, which you learned when you were young, 7 years old and younger, where you felt you had to overgive to receive very little back. And that's been in there. If you haven't checked out my video series, Take 10 with Zen, I go into that in episodes 4 and 5, which talk about the 6 of Pentacles. And it gives you some tools you can do with transforming your energy and also taking that out of balance, giving and receiving, where we have like trouble receiving, and it brings it into more of a balance. So those are all free. That is free YouTube series that's on the my main page. Because where we're at here, we've got all this, this emotional confusion comes in when we're in fear. And so there's all these choices, and well, I don't want to make the wrong choice. I don't want to do the wrong thing. I don't want to fail. I don't want, all this stuff. So there's this, you know, decision making that comes in here, that when we close our eyes and open our heart, we get this clarity that comes in, right? So on one side, there's all the self-destructive thoughts is I don't want to fail. And so we kind of want to abandon everything. That's the flight in fight or flight mode, right? So you're either feeling angry and, the fight kicks in, or the flight, which is I just want to get out of here, which is where the self-destructive thoughts come in, is like, I need to get out of here no matter what. I need to escape the situation. How do I escape this? By destroying everything and running, right? And that's what's coming in here. So understanding the fears and getting to the root of that help, because you do have these great possibilities for your life. I mean, you've got new opportunities that are around the corner with the Page of Pentacles, and we also have here the 10 of Cups, which is about the possibilities of joy overflowing, and this huge, ability to have what feels like emotional fulfillment. It all starts from within, inside, working its way outside. So there is this deservedness that goes back to the earlier childhood, 7 years old and younger, that is bubbling up. That's the little inner child that is pushing things away. Um, and that's what kind of rolls into your third part of your question, which is why you're feeling your boyfriend is a little distant. And it does have to do here. Let's take a look here. Yeah, it has to do with um, the feelings you're having, right? Because you are distant from yourself. You're distancing yourself. This fear is pushing you away from you. And so this mirror of your boyfriend to you is that you feel they are distant from you because you are being distant from yourself. You've got all of these three here. You've got your higher self calling you back to this here, wanting this, to come back to this connection with your higher self. You've got the moon card too, which is Mother Luna and the subconscious, a lot of stuff that's going on below the surface. And you have the Page of Cups, which is a new higher love for yourself. All of this comes back to really this self-love and this looking deeper here, of course, with all this moon energy too. It is about diving deep into who you are, how you truly feel about yourself, because we don't see the world as it is, we see the world as we are. And so as we're changing things within ourselves, that's what changes your outside world too. So I would definitely check out that the um, Taking 10 with Zen. They're videos that are 10 minutes or less. And 4, 5, and 6 talk about fate, bringing things closer, but it also talks about, it gives us some tools about what our conscious focus is, resolving that subconscious 6 of Pentacles. And it talks about death in there too, about our faded moments. So hopefully all that information will help with that all here. But you've got this. You've got all this great opportunity with that Page of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups. It's just hang on another moment. Take a deep breath. Come back to here, right now, and just take a look at those other videos, because it'll give you some great like ahas about the power that you hold, the co-creative power that you hold in your life. So I like that for you, Nebraska. Again, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. And hang in there. Hey, Mia, thank you for your donation. I'm just going to grab a cough drop here. I can feel the tickling coming up here. And I don't want to hack up on you guys. So, all right. So, Mia, thank you so much for your donation. Hello. And will your next job be the one that you applied for in Amsterdam, or will it be creative but somewhere else? All right, let's take a look here and see. So let's get energy on both of them here and see based on current energies. So this is Amsterdam. Anything else about Amsterdam? All right. So two for Amsterdam. Or is what's the energy of something else? We'll see if there's what kind of energies come in. All right. Well, they're going to give you some information on something. Let's see what this is about here. So, got two major arcana coming in here with the Amsterdam. The the emperor here is, choices. It is new, the Aries energy is new beginnings and new things coming in here. And the emperor is someone who steps up, and regardless of what everyone else is saying or thinking, they eventually put everyone else's opinion aside, and they're in the throne seat, right? They're the ones that make the decision. The moon is that there's some unknown things going on with this Amsterdam, though, and I feel like Spirit is saying, hold off on, if you get this offer, just make sure you have everything, like you're aware of all the details. Read the fine details of the contract and, all the information on it, because there's some unknown things that are below the surface that will come up through your interactions that are important for you to know in making your decision. I feel like the decision is coming back to you, because um even here in the you've got the queen of swords who balances the heart and the mind. There's the fears here of making a wrong choice, but realizing that you are the one in power. Like anything that you decide in the outside world, it all points you back to here. This is the connection with your higher self, right? This lion, no matter where they go, they're going to face disappointment, because they are taught, right? This lion is taught the outside world is supposed to fill us up, right? It's supposed to make us feel full and complete. Relationships of any kind, romantic, family, friends, or whatever, situations, job, education, career, all of that, and things, our bodies, our bank accounts, our possessions. And we're that lion, they're told, go eat of all those things. That's what's going to make you fill up your belly and take away your thirst. And so we're all taught that, right? There, all our answers are out there. And so we go out there, and the lion eats of those things and drinks of those things, but it gets more hungry and more thirsty, and it doesn't get satisfied because it can't. It's just a dessert bar out there, right? We're looking for a 10-course meal, and two desserts within us is what we're looking for, but we're told to look for it out there, and it's not out there. It's only inward and upward. And that's what happens is our higher self here is made of what we're looking for, which is the unconditional love of the higher realm. And it gives us what we need, this combination. It gives us what we need. And it's beautiful, because it's the world is designed for us to come down and experience what it might feel like to have lack and not to be satisfied. And that's what the outside world teaches us. When we are done enough with the outside world, when we're disappointed enough or bored enough of it being unstable and falling short, then we turn inward and upward, because relationships, right? People change, people pass away, people walk away. Unstable. Jobs, education, constantly changing, constantly shifting, unstable. And things break down, deteriorate, blow up, burn down, stolen, unstable. So we eventually learn that the outside world is a huge disappointment on purpose, because it can't fulfill our heart. And that's where the fear kicks in of making a wrong choice. But you're being told here to close your eyes, open your heart, allow this balance to become in from your mind and your higher heart in deciding what you're wanting to do, right? Um, so I feel like it's almost like they're saying here to take the take the attention off of making a wrong choice and enjoy the journey. We can enjoy the journey as much as the destination. But you do have answers coming in all over the place here that are going to come in fast and furious that show you what makes your heart feel full, what makes your heart overflow. So I do like this here. Um, Come in and it's like these are messages from spirit, and they're like, don't worry, everything's going to be great, everything's going to unfold wonderful here. um, just know that you can have joy. This is like, I feel like, is joy in every moment of the path, instead of having our joy set in the future, that I can be happy when we can be happy right now and enjoying the unfolding of things. So I feel like they kind of went off in a different direction than your question. Think I gave you a short little answer on your question, but they want to give you all of this other stuff for your life, which I like. And so I feel like they're saying it can be in Amsterdam or it could be somewhere else, but regardless of where you go, there you are. Those things are not going to fulfill you. No matter where you go, you're not going to be fulfilled until you find the fulfillment in here. Once you find the fulfillment in here, you can go anywhere and feel this happiness and overflowing, right? So hopefully that helps. But that's what your spirit guides have for you, Mia Mia. And oh, you very good. So thank you again, my dear. Many blessings to you. And again, thank you for your donation. All right, Courtney, you are up next. Thank you so much for your donation. All right, very good. I'm so glad. All right, I'm just going to take a sip here, real quick, Courtney. All right, so let's take a look here. Was M considering getting back with her ex in April? Ooh, okay. Let's get some info. Let's get the 411 on M and see what was going on there. What else they want you to know here? Okay, well, we got cards popping out. So 2112, there's this mirror effect coming in here, but let's take a look here. Mm, well, when I look at Six of Cups, someone coming back from the past, and this energy, this passion that was coming in here. Let me see what this other card is here. They were contemplating it. They were considering it with the Three of Wands. It was one of the Three of Wands is like the changing of mind, changing direction, changing decisions. And so there was this contemplation that was there. Let's take a look here and see what we have here. Mm, yeah. but there was a lot going on here, so many fears. And this is what happens, when we go into fears, which I feel like they were hit with a lot of things in their life, nightmares, insomnia, all the supposed to, the should, the need to, the have to, the must. I feel like there was this fear of failure, the fear of so many things. And, when we feel like we're going to fail, when we maybe they upgraded into a different relationship that they felt like, wow, I'm out of my depth. Like, the other person, whoever they were interested in, they might have felt like they were out of their league. And they're like, "Oh, I can always go back to them because at least I felt better than them," if that makes sense. Which, you know, it's like, well, that's what happens, right? When we fear failure, it's like they're showing me job in my mind just to take it out of relationship so we can kind of comprehend it outside of our heart and in our mind more. It's like if we have a position that we do really well and we exceed at, but we're thinking of going like for a management position or something that we feel is like way out, and we're like, I don't know if I'll do well. Sometimes we'll just go, you know what? Maybe I'll just go back to this old position because I feel safe. I feel secure. I feel above it all, right? I feel like that's the type of energy that they had because they were looking here. Emotional movement, this is why this new love that was like a dream come true. So the second person, whoever this was, if it was you or someone else, they're, they were looking at this new person as like, wow, you are like everything that, if I made a list of my wish list, it's it. And this new love that was being offered, they're just like, I don't know. Yeah. So it's like, they're just like, oh crap, I'd rather go and succeed at this, you know, this abusive job than take a risk and fail. So, when the ugly feeling of not living our dream outweighs the fears, that's when we make a leap into something else. So, and that's what happens, sometimes in our life, people go back to exes. I've had a couple of friends recently where people have gone back to their exes fully knowing they're like, I know this is stupid, but I gotta know. I just gotta really learn my lesson really good, evidently. Knowingly going back into a situation that was not happy, that it was 90% unhappy and 10% happy, right? It's like, well, I'd rather have 10% of that than 100% unhappiness in the unknown, right? And that's what can happen with our fears. So, yeah, that's what you felt as well. So, yeah, that's what they were going through there. But we've got yeah, I think this is the King of Pentacles. So this sense of self-worth has been growing in them, and they've been seeing things from a different perspective. Their self-worth has been growing where they feel like I deserve better. I deserve more than old X, which I like for them. So it feels more abundant. So um, I feel like they've been since April. I mean, here we are, 4 months later already. I can't believe we're almost 5 months, right, to the end of April here. So yeah, and then we had the Justice card come out, which, we've got the scales and the Ace of Swords. They've been cutting away their fears, cutting away that Nine of Swords, and seeing things from a higher and higher and higher perspective. So someone's been, um, spirit and humans have been talking some sense into them where they're really seeing and balancing and seeing how uh, the choice would not be for their highest experience. But, that's the whole thing. We still will go back and learn lessons so good, right? But that's what's coming in, Courtney. So hopefully that helps. And again, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. Alrighty. And I do have a couple donations. Oh, thank you so much. Love1234. Hello, hello. My praying mantis member. Big shout out to you. I love seeing the little badges and how the green just has things shine bright. So I like that. Thank you for your dual donation. You're welcome, Courtney. And let's take a look here and see what we've got going on here. All right. Feeling much better. I'm not I don't know what, and it was funny. Yeah, I do see two of them. Thank you. Thank you. It's like Virgo season started, which is all about the body, is one of the big things Virgo look at. And I just had like a constant flow all day long. I almost went through an entire box of Kleenex. It was just like, where's all this coming from? It's just like it was like the snot machine. And I was like, there's no way that I could go on. And then yesterday, I still was coughing a little bit, and I was just very just drained. I'm like, this is not a good way to go on to do readings. So, um, spirit was all balance and rest, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna change some things up and back off a little, trying to do too much too soon because I think I'm burning myself out and wearing myself down. And spirit was like, check it. I'm like, okay, I get you. So we will do some self-care. So thank you for asking. Much love. Oh, right. Pew. So that must be answer to number 1 here. Anything else for number 1? Okay. And then what about number 2? All right. A travel channel. All right. So we'll do these first, and then we'll look at your second donation. All right. Wow. Well, I definitely like this for your number 1. You got the Ace of Cups, so it got this beautiful filling up and overflowing. So one, I'll just leave that down there. So one, a great amount of joy with this energy coming in here. So it feels so like you're full and overflowing, and I like that. So and here you are. You always show up here. I feel like you're the Queen of Wands. You know, you are able to get things done, really make movement, really. When you walk in the room, it just shines bright. There's this brightness that comes in, right? So I really like that coming in here. Just trust your gut, trust your intuition. If you're unsure of something, definitely connect to a spirit and go, okay, which way to go? Which way do I go? Because they will give you signs, and your connection with spirit is going to be strong during this. You got the moon energy too, so there's a strong connection with spirit and emotional flow coming in here too with this one over here, the Ace of Cups. So this is a lot of emotion coming in, a lot of joy. uh, Anything hidden and unknown, again, anything that comes up, don't fear it, because you will be able to adapt and adjust. I mean, you know who you are. You know that you can just make this movement of things. So you're a great planner, both of you are. You got all the bases covered. Anything that comes up, you'll take care of it. But it looks like very, very lovely time. So I like that. So very positive outcomes. And then, so a travel channel. Let's take a look here. Yeah, I feel like, excuse me, you definitely have here for outcomes. You've got Queen of Pentacles and Page of Pentacles. So definitely an opportunity for some extra income. And it's successful, it's abundant. Whatever successful and abundance feels like in the outside world definitely brings it in there. Got the Seven of Wands, which don't, it's like you stand your ground. You don't need to worry about becoming defensive when other people are like, gosh, why do you get to travel so much? But you get to lift them up, and you get to show them how they can also experience that. Because you got the death and the rebirth, the transformation here. And I feel like this is like an ending and a new beginning. So don't be afraid to start from scratch on your ideas around it. Um, because I feel like it's like letting go of a lot of expectations, letting go of a lot of, well, this is how everyone else does it. I just feel like with this death and rebirth card, it is all about, being true to you and allowing yourself to lead the way and show yourself there too. So, but very positive energies coming in with that for sure. And then let's take a look here at your second donation here. So thank you again so much for your dual donation. All right. That's you don't have to promise. Oh. Dun 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 dun. Well, we'll take a look here and see about that. And then your question number 4. All right. So it looks like these are 3 separate messages and then a fourth. So we'll take a look at that. I don't see it here. I see endings and beginnings and um fresh starts here. So I don't see like anyone arising and exposing anything, they just I feel like they have so many messages, so much stuff that nothing comes up here. There's like this, re- refresh, this reboot. It's almost like I know with they're reminding me of me, the only time I remember a lot of other people's readings and stuff because I do so many is when they bring it back up. People are like, "Wow, I can't believe you remember that." And I go, "It's because I don't." Because like my host, she goes like, "Do you remember the reading you gave me for my birthday? And it was this and that and that and that." And I'm like, mm, I can go back and watch the video, but I don't I don't remember. So that's what I feel the same with them is like it's psh, 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 out of sight, out of mind, kind of thing. So you're good on that. I just feel like they've got so much going forward, going forward, going forward. Um, it's yeah, and you don't have anything to worry about. And then number 4, so let's take the messages here. I like this. So, these feelings of abandonment and lack and being left behind, there's movement moving from old ways of thinking to new ways of thinking. So I like this. This is like they're saying here that, there's this energy of I'm leaving behind these feelings of abandon my feelings of lack. And it's like kind of like leaving behind insecurities and moving forward. So definitely it's like they're letting you know there's mindset changes that are happening with them. Yeah. They are leaving behind emotions and relationships that didn't serve them before, and there's this abundant feeling coming forward here. So again, I feel like these 2 are all about progress and that they're it's like, "Don't give up on me. I've, with my ebb and my flow and my rubber band, ways of coming and going and I'm working on stuff and there's progress being made." And I kind of feel like it is, you know, don't give up, don't give up, because here again, this balancing of that 6 of Pentacles here, um, that they're working in here. It's the 3 of the heartache, the heartbreak that they had here is this balancing, that 6 of Pentacles energy we talked about how they're letting go of old ways so that they can give equal and receive equal. But this is still, I feel like this is like the last thing they've done. They're making progress with those other 2 things, but the third thing still has to do with that inner child, right? That we talk about with the 6 of Pentacles. How whoever this was when they were 7 years old and younger, they still haven't forgiven them. They still haven't I feel like they're still in their life. And It's just they have such strong personalities. I just feel like they can't even approach transformation of with them because it would make them have to look at their mom and their dad. I feel like those are the 2 that they would have to look at them and see how, like, take them off their pedestal. And I feel like there was such a strong personalities that it's like, can I even do that? It's like, like living in a kingdom where the king and the queen, any moment they're showing me the queen of off of their head, off of their head. It's like immediately they go to having people assassinated. And that's kind of what they grew up with. And I feel like that's the last thing that they're headed toward. These other things were steps to get them there, but I feel like it will be happening. And we have the 8 of Wands, which is a lot of passion, a lot of movement, a lot of unexpected swift change that comes in here too. So I like that. I like it for him. And this is the family they chose before they came down here. So they definitely have this. Yeah, here's the 6 of Cups here, which shows this the former you know experiences when they were younger. So I feel like that's what's going on there. So good messages there. I like the just that they're like just continue to be patient, and like you said, you're just joking about, come on, because of course when things are going slow and relationship wise, what does that mean? That means that we have the opportunity um, to work on that for ourselves too, and that is what that happens. Sorry, there's about to I can see that there's going to be this bright light shining in my face any second. So I like it for you. Very positive things coming in there. So many, many blessings to you. All right. All right. Yeah, it's perfect, right? Perfect mirror for us. All right. So that is what they have. Again, thank you so much for your donation. And I think that's all my donations right now. So I'm going to scroll to the top and start with the free readings here. So, Rishi, you are up first. Hey, what's up? You want to know, did your ex cheat on you during your relationship? All right. So let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know here? Let's see. Oh, so they gave you one card here. And the Eight of Pentacles here, this is all about doing your work and moving forward in your own life. And I feel like what Spirit is saying here is, of course, any reflection of what anyone else did in our life is for us. And so not it's like a need to know. And they're like, you know what? The not knowing is fine with this because they're reminding me of like 3 out of my 5 relationships. 3 out of my 5 did. And um it's like afterwards, post looking back, which is what they're saying here, and the reflection and the movement that you're having here is, even if they did that, it would just be a message for us. It would have been a mirror for us, like all of mine were for me, of how I was cheating on my higher self with them, you know and at first I was like, what? They were like, them cheating on me was a mirror for me. And like, I was always faithful. What are you talking about? And they were like, well, not with yourself, because self-worth comes from inward and upward to your capital S self. And we're defining our worth by people in the outside world. We're cheating on ourself with them. And so I feel like that's what Spirit is saying is, rather than looking at their actions defining you and why do we need to know, because it would just be a mirror showing us, okay, and we already know that you were cheating on your higher self with people, places, and situations and things, like all of us, right? We all cheat on our higher self because we're all taught, look for what you're needing out there, not up here. And it's like someone saying, in your marriage or relationship, don't look for what you need there, always look for it outside of yourself. You're like, well, that's cheating. And they're like, yeah. And we're just like, no, I don't want to do that. I want to be faithful to my higher self. And I feel like that's what Spirit's message there is for you, is a need to know. And they're like, like that's getting involved in that is a waste of our energy, unless you really want to feel betrayal again. And because you already felt enough of that, haven't you? That's kind of what your spirit guides are saying. Haven't you experienced enough of betrayal, from other people, as well as what they did? And if you're like, well, if I knew, what would it matter, right? What would it change? Nothing. It would still be a reflection of me that I was cheating on myself. So that's what they have for you, Rishi. So you can talk to your spirit guides, but that's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. All right. All right. All right, Yashra. That is not very nice, Yashra. We're just going to Yashua, if you please delete your comment. That's not the kind of love energy we want in our chat here. So if you don't mind to remove that, or I will remove that here in a moment. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Kritika. All right. So up next, we have showers of blessings. So who's coming towards you? Let's take a look here and see. Who's coming towards you? Wow, this card came flying out here. I like this 10 of cups. This is like emotional wish fulfillment. Here we go. It's like this feeling of wholeness of what emotional fulfillment would mean for you. So, it always starts from inward and upward, but this is like it. I feel like it's someone who makes it like a friend of mine said when they met someone, and I was like, well, what do you think of them? And they knew how I thought about stuff. They're like, "You know what? I know that happiness is my choice, but they make it easier for me to choose happiness." And I'm like, "Wow, what a wonderful energy," right? And I feel like this is who is coming in towards you as someone who makes it such an easier choice to choose happiness and unconditional love instead of fear. And what a compliment for someone too, right? Because they allow your inner child to feel safe and around them. So I like that. I do like that showers of blessings. So that is what they have coming in. I mean, I don't know what more we'd want, like, oh, we want details. I want to know who it is and what they look like. But I feel like that is like, wow, what a wonderful energy coming in there. All right. So that is what they have for you right now. Showers of blessings. So many blessings to you. And Lynx Lee, you are up next. You'd like to know Leo's feelings for you. Let's take a look here and see what do they have here for you. All right, nothing yet. There we go. Oh, yay, temperance. We always like the patience card, the balancing of stuff. But we got the 2 of cups. And the Leo's feelings are growing and they're transforming slowly. I feel like they're not someone, even though they've got Leo fire energy, I don't feel like they're someone who leaps very fast with what happened in their life here. The temperance energy tells me that they're working on themselves and things are going slowly because they want to do things right. They have moved fast before and regretted it because they ignored all the red flags as they were going, thinking it was a carnival when it was actually like, oh my gosh. And then all of a sudden, all the red flags hit at once. So they're taking things slowly. I feel like the emotions have been growing because that's what tempering is. It's alchemy. It starts off with like a base metal and it like goes back and forth and it slowly transforms into gold, right? So I feel like that's the kind of energy that they have right now is like they're taking it step by step and not rushing, but it's allowing transformative time for both of you to raise your love vibration to that more of a higher love than a lower vibration. Because you don't want to do what you've done before. Neither of you do, and get what you've always gotten before. You would want something very different. So I like that for you, Linksley. That's what they have for you right now. So many blessings. And Pinky, you're up next. So September month for you. All right, Pinky, let's take a look here. What to do? Spirit wants you to know about September here. All right. We've got joy and celebration here, a great balanced energy that's unfolding here. It could be that you're being invited to a wedding, invited to some sort of gathering and celebration. It's the marriage card, but I don't feel like you're in that place yet. But I feel like it is an important, whatever event does happen in September, if there's a party, a gathering, if you would have normally gone, ew, gatherings, don't avoid this one. Definitely go for this one because I feel like it's an important connection made at there. So I like that for you, Pinky. So accept the party invitation. All right. And that's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. And then Divine Feminine Chronicles, you are up next here. And a general reading. Wow. So you've got the World card, which one is victory, and it also is this wonderful ending of old cycles, beginning of new that is coming up for you here. So the World card is a great card because it, even though it can represent endings and beginning of something, it allows you this freedom, and it's almost like a little caged puppy who's been in their cage all day long, and then they're taken to a field and opened up and go, "Run and have fun," and it's like, "Woohoo, no boundaries," and you can run through the flowers and chase after things and roll in the grass, and it's like a wonderful free feeling that comes from it. So it's like, it's this victory feeling met by this joy, but it's like this childlike approach to life. An adventure opens up and awaits for you here. So, um, if there's a particular situation that's been happening, that's been unfolding here, which I see with the Seven of Pentacles, it could be that there's been some fruition, something that's come to completion that you've been waiting for, like the fruit to grow, and then the fruit grows, and you're like, eh, it's not what I thought it would be. And it's okay to leave that behind and head off in a new adventure. Let things sell the fruit tree orchard, and go and head in a direction that's more in alignment with your next adventure. So the journey was part of what you were wanting to learn with that situation. Yeah, maybe it is with a relationship, but you definitely have the Two of Cups, which is this partnership of some kind. It doesn't need to be romantic, but it can be best friend. It could even be with your higher self, but there's this emotional choice, this emotional movement and partnership that is coming in with this new change. So I like that for you, Divine Feminine Chronicles, and that's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. All right. And then Kevin, todo buhin. Hello, hello. I am doing well. Hope you're doing well as well. And you like guidance for your connection with Akshat. He's too distant from you and also blocked you recently. Huh. All right. Let's take a look here and see what's going on here. What do they want you to know? Yeah, there's some deception there. I would leave it. I know. What? But the Seven of Pentacles, I mean, the swords represents thoughts and beliefs and mindsets. It's our own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that deceive us. But when I feel like there's this distance and this blocking, I just feel like there is this deceit that, is flowing out of them because of all these beliefs they have within themselves. So I would trust it. I would trust the disconnection, trust the distance, trust the blocking that it was for you, and don't try to keep opening the door where there's a hungry lion behind it. A liar, a lion. um, they just have so much that they're trying to convince themselves of, that they spew these, it's deceit. It just feels like deceit. They're deceiving themselves, so they have to deceive others because they really don't feel highly of themselves. And I just feel like Spirit's going, just trust the blocking and move in a direction more in alignment with your own, any of your own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that deceive you about your worth and regarding to their actions, their non-actions, their words and their non-words. Look at those fears, but allow it to be released, and move past them into something more in alignment with you. So that's what's coming in there, Kevin, right now. So I feel like you've learned what you've needed to learn, but there's something much more in alignment for you there. So that is what they have for you. So many blessings. And Golden Gold, you'll be the next free reading coming up here. Hey, Holly. Yeah, I'm still taking donations. I'll be here until like 12:55, so almost another hour before I move into my praying mantis session. All right. So Golden Gold, who is in love with you? Who's not? That would be an easier question, right? Well, you have the Eight of Wands, or someone who definitely has a lot of passion. I don't know about love, but there is definitely someone who's like attracted to you energetically and physically. They, I feel like it's so extreme that I feel like you know who it is because I don't feel like they could have this type of energy and hide it. So I just feel like, yeah. And here's this Nine of Pentacles. Excuse me, the Nine of Pentacles is spirit saying, that's cool. You're going to have people that are attracted to you, but this Nine of Pentacles is about you being independent and looking inward for your, this is spirit with you, but there's this looking at your worth in relationship to the outside world in a different way. The nine is the hermit's journey inward and upward. So I feel like they're kind of nudging you, going, there's a lot of people that'll be attracted to you, but the love that you're looking for inward and upward first, and then it changes how you perceive the rest of the world too. So I feel like they're kind of nudging you in that direction. Um, like they gave you a little bit of a tidbit, but they're like, but this is the important thing. So that is what is coming in for you right now. Golden gold. So many blessings to you. All right. And new love, you are up next. So if you go to therapy, to Isabella, how would it go? All right, let's take a look here and see based on current energies. What does Spirit want you to know about this therapy with Isabella? All right. Yeah, I definitely see here with the Two of Wands and this Queen of Cups here, we definitely have this energy. They help you get into deep diving into your emotions, and they do allow you, they help you take your power back because the Two of Wands is like this energy of co-creation of our energy and what we bring into the world. And I feel like they really help bring some stuff up to see what the motivations were that were having you focusing on some fears. And they give you these tools to help you take back your emotional power. So it feels very positive there, new love. So it feels very transformative. If that's probably a better word. So I like it for you, new love. All thumbs up for that experience. All right, and then Keel, you'll be my next free reading coming up here, but I do have um, a couple donations that came through. So we will jump to those first, and then we shall return. All right. So Holly, thank you so much for your donation. And then Angelique, I do see yours as well. And then Supernova. So thank you guys. All right. So Holly, so we'll take a look here. You want to know what we see for your relationship. So let's take a look here and see what Spirit has here for you. All right. All those, huh? And nope, none of those. Just these. Okay. Let's take a look here and see what we've got going on here. All right. Well, we do have here, I like the starting off here with the King of Cups. All right, very good. Thank you. So we see this balancing of the emotions with the mind. All the night, I mean, the kings get a second portion of air. He rules, co-rules over emotion, but also balances it with mind. And so there's this awareness, this looking of this heart and mind balance stuff that comes in here. Um, I see here, it's just like there's this the Three of Pentacles is about you being true to the authentic you. And I feel like with these cards coming in here, there's this clarity that spirit is just inviting you into around, with this Three of Pentacles, with being true to your authentic self, the Hierophant, which is this invitation to look to the capital T truths of who you want to be, who you want to be with, what you truly want out of life. And the Nine of Cups coming in here too is like this energy of this is like a wish, emotional wish fulfillment card. And I feel like spirit is going, With the balancing of things, it's, you know, we have this all the stuff we've been told about what we are supposed to want, supposed to need. We have this big long list, right? This checklist. This is what you're supposed to have, should, need to, have to, must in someone, right? In a relationship. And it's like we compare them to this, right? And so we have all this energy, all this mental checklist that we're focusing on. But I feel like what spirit is kind of nudging you toward here is just before you take action, before you move forward, look at who you are, what you want in life, and don't be afraid to. This is like a stand your ground again. This is all about standing and being true to your authentic self. This is you standing your ground, and here's the magician too. Both of them, 7 of Wands, holding your magic wand, standing in your power of what you're wanting out of a relationship, and not selling yourself short. I feel like with this individual that it's like you almost have to shrink with them, and they're like, don't. You deserve to be yourself. You deserve to ask for what you want, be who you want, without the fear. It's like the sun, you know, with this card doesn't ask permission to shine, it shines. And if someone can't handle it, then they just need to step you know, out of the sun and into the shade. Again, they said, take a look here at the bottom. You have the other wish fulfillment card. So with both of these, both of the wish fulfillment card coming in here, with all of this questioning, all these other cards are about questioning, standing up for yourself. What is it you truly want? Um, I feel is the nudge from spirit with all this, because it's like I feel like they look good on paper, but if you are shrinking, you can't stay shrunk forever. It's like someone who takes a pill to become small, and eventually the pill wears off and you have to become large again. You can't help but to be you, and eventually it shines, and you can't walk around on eggshells. Let me see what else they have here. Yeah, see, it's the Ace of Cups. This is the self-love, and you get to fill up and overflow, and you don't have to give yourself. Sometimes we'll feel like a barrel that we plug people into us, and we give away our energy before we're feeling full and whole. But this Ace of Cups, the chalice, is about you get to fill up, and everyone else gets the overflow. You don't give to everyone else first, and if there's anything left over, I get it. It's like, no, it's like being in an airplane, right? The oxygen mask comes down, you put it on you first, and then you give to others. But it's about you. So much of this is all about you being true to you, and what is it that you want, not what you think everyone else thinks that you think they should want. And all that. But it's about you being true to yourself. And so I feel like that's such an important piece, because I feel like if you are yourself, that's going to allow you to see who they truly are as well. Because I feel like it's going to be a deal maker or a deal breaker. And don't be afraid of that, because you don't want to have to fit into a cage your entire rest of your life, right? You want to be able to go, this is me and what I want. And if they're like, oh, no, and they run away, thank you for showing me who you are. But if they're like, that's cool, here's who I am and what I want, we can make it work. You're like, all right, I like this guy. But if they're the other way, then you're just like, yeah, I don't want to be with that. I want to be with someone bigger, someone that can handle a sun, not get burned up by it, right? So I feel like that's what's coming in for you, Holly. I feel like I want to pull a an oracle card for you. And I've got the Talisman Oracle, and that's the one that was speaking up here. So let's take a look here. Well, no one can make us shrink. Our fears are what make us shrink, right? But it's their actions that we are like, right? Because you've got the happiness card here, which again, this is what is your true happiness coming in, right? It's like what would truly inside happiness. Let's see what it says here. Yeah, it's time to appreciate life with a bright and positive outlook. We all go through difficulties, and I think that's a sunflower too. Yeah. Well, here's the sun. It's like I was talking about. You got the sun on either side. The sun needs to shine. Yeah. So we all go through difficulties, but when the waters are finally still, we can fill our hearts with gratitude and radiate the joy from what we have accomplished. Cherish every moment and shine brightly. You can't make this up. It's exactly what I was saying. So the flower in the center of this card is soaking up the abundant positive energy from the two suns and forms nourishing and delightful seeds. Practicing mindfulness and inner gratitude can open a new world for you full of compassion, love, clarity, and joy. Radiate your energy and share your gift with others. Receiving people's help can bring you as much happiness as helping others. Don't be surprised if the joy becomes contagious. You can use this power when you have a hard time reconnecting with nature or appreciating the little things. Or if you feel a bit down and you need a refreshing new outlook on life. Imagine the two suns on the card shining bright. One sun lives inside us, and the other is a mirror reflection. Smile, and it will smile back. See the petals of the sunflower gently flutter. You are safe under the warmth of this card. The card's energy is so intense, it becomes hot to the touch. And the affirmation is I am grateful for life. So, yeah, I mean, if you're saying like you feel sunflowers are your flower too, right? And the two suns, the reflection, saying you deserve a reflection of a sun. I just feel like everything I talked about, um, like you said, if you feel like, well, they don't make me shrink, but I feel like I shrink myself, well, that is the inward reflection, right? That's the mirror for you to see. Why do I feel I need to shrink? Why do I not feel worthy? If you want to check out my Take 10 with Zen, there's episodes like 4 or 5 have to do with fate and our energy and our subconscious stuff. It has a couple tools they're all free, that playlist. So you can check that out and see if those help you at all there. So that is what they have for you, Holly. So many blessings to you. Hang in there. You're very welcome, new love. All right. And then, all right. So, Angelique, thank you so much for your donation. And you want to know the possible love outcome with a Cancer sign. All right. Let's take a look here and see what we have here. Okay. All right. And that one too. What else? Okay. Okay. I see. I see. Well, we definitely have the 2 of cups, so this is a strong positive message here out of the cards that came out here. It's like, well, here's the first card telling you that it is a very cohesive, important, relationship that's in your life on purpose for a purpose. So, we like that, right? It definitely shows that there is compatibility there. There is the need to balance your mindset with your heart. You know, the Queen of Swords, she co-rules over the swords, and with the king, of course. But all the queens are given a second portion of water, which is emotion. So this balances mind with heart. So it does require you to kind of get out of your mind a little bit. And which with Cancer being water signs, you know, it's like, okay, I just need to cut away some of my thoughts, my beliefs, my mindsets, expectations around who they are supposed to be, who I'm supposed to be, how it's supposed to work, because I feel like they have kind of some different expectations around it. So it's about being open minded and open hearted when it comes to interacting with them. Don't try to control the situation, think it's gonna have to be a certain way, 'cause otherwise which we have here, it can start off here with the 5 of Wands is feeling a little bit conflicting energetically, right? But we've also got the Knight of Wands, which is the pursuit of this fire, of this transformation. So I feel like there's going to be like some really strong, passionate, attractive energy that's there. And it might feel a little bit almost too much in the beginning, where it just feels almost conflicting, but it transforms into something much different and very quickly with this Knight of Wands here. So there's a lot of emotion, and something to understand, of course, with Cancer signs is that they are ruled by the moon. So paying attention to the moon cycles will help you understand what, not what to expect, but what influence is going on with them, right? Because they will move through all the signs in over 28, 29 days. And so they might seem like they're like schizophrenic sometimes, at least emotionally schizophrenic, because all of us go through those emotions, but water sign moons, especially Cancer, because they have such a connection to the moon, you're going to see them emotionally going woo, 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 from being grounded in their head to overly emotional to fiery and passionate to you know, because it goes through, you know, all four signs. It's like going through all the different elements like in a week sometimes, you know, because like fire energy, we start off with that, and then we move into, what do we move into? Earth, right? We move from fire to earth energy to mind energy to emotional energy back to fire energy. So it's like, and it's helpful to understand where they're coming from and how that happens. So that you just know what you might be getting yourself in for. But and it definitely depends on what their moon sign is too. So that is what they have for you, Angelique. Hopefully that helps. I like it. It looks very positive with that 2 of Cups. Boom, right off the bat, right? All right. And that is what they have for you. So many blessings. And Supernova, thank you for your additional donation. And you believe you're clairsentient, wondering how it affects you emotionally, spiritually, or just in general. All right. Take a look here and see what Spirit has here. Okay. Sorry, I don't mean to laugh. 'Cause I'm just like, it's, of course you are, you know, you've got your higher self here, and of course you have to always get someone who's playing in an instrument, right? So, you know, it does here the awareness of being clairsentient, right? It's this connection of your higher self. And I feel like how it impacts you emotionally, spiritually, or like I said, just in general, there's this awareness of things, like it's seeing things from a higher perspective. It's the what they're showing me in my mind, it's like if you know how to read music, it's like people can hear music and go, "Oh, wow, that's beautiful." But if you can read music, um you can share it with other people um without it being your own. And that's kind of the knowledge. It's like there's things that you're able to share that you don't even realize you're sharing. And it affects you emotionally, spiritually, and in general because you get this awareness, you get to see things differently than others do in your life because of this. You know how to read music. So you know how to read spirituality. You know how to read emotion more so. And with this being able to read emotion, it's like it's it's not just noise, it's like there's this just connection and awareness that you have around it. And that's what comes in here. Allows you this independence here with spirit too. Nine of Pentacles allows you to stand on your own and allows you to accept your uniqueness with that too. So I like when you realize that, it's allows you to see things differently in your life because with the 7 of swords, the old ways of thinking that were deceptive for you, the way you looked at your life and your worth and different things would steal opportunities, would steal and deceive you from things. But you've been leaving these away, right? You've been leaving these swords behind and these thoughts. You still have some more, we're given a boatload, but you've left 2 behind. You're only holding 5. And I feel like you're already looking at these 3 that you're ready to put aside. So you've been doing a lot of progress of leaving behind thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, the small T truths, and this higher knowledge that you're being able to see here. That's what brings you these new opportunities and this new passion, this new drive, this new energy. It allows you to move forward and to have these things unfold in the outside world. So I like this for you. It's definitely this um, eye opening energy, if that makes sense. It just helps you see things differently. And one of the biggest ahas in our lives is when we realize we're not all the same as far as our human characters. We all come with different challenges and different opportunities. At the core, we're all the same, but the characters we play in the movie, we take on different strengths, different opportunities, even though we all have the same strengths. We could all have the same opportunities because they're all rooted in fear anyway. But when we realize I handle things differently because of my astrology, my numerology, my life path choices of what I've wanted to learn here, we're all mad scientists in our own little mad scientist labs having our all own mad scientist experiments. So that's what's coming in with you there. So hopefully that is helpful. I'm glad that your readings help. So that is what they have for you. And I think that was all of my donations right now. So I'm going to scooch back up here. I'll be on for about 30 more minutes. So I'm going to see here. Keel, you were the next free read, and you wanted to know, did your subconscious let go the feeling of abandonment, counting the balancing coins? All right, let's take a look here. See here. Did your subconscious let go? Yeah, the 9 of Wands here, the barrier, we talk about the forest field that is up. We can see that you've got the one that was holding you back in your hands here, and no more hitting your head up against the wall. So that feels like that they let go and that there's movement through the blockades. The force fields are dropping to allow this abundance to flow in, allow these things to flow in now. So I feel like that is a yes with that coming in here. So you should see flow begin to happen in your life. So I like it. All right. And then spiritual soul 1111, any potential relationship coming for you here? Let's take a look here. Let me just shuffle these real quick. Well, I feel like there's going to be some movement of things out of your life to bring in something new. So there is a potential relationship coming towards you, but there's cleaning house that's happening here with the tower. There's significant things being moved out of your life to make space for this relationship and to open up the pathway for you to head there. So there's some stuff that just needed to be cleared out of the way because there were obstacles in keeping this from moving forward, which usually that means that there's something having to do with our self-love, with our connection to sorry, clouds came in, so now I can open a window more. You can open it up more. You're clearing the way to allowing things to come in. So, thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, emotions, and relationships with people that no longer serve you, whether it was with an ex, still friends, or even sometimes there's friendships and family members that will keep us from allowing new love to come in because of our fear of letting them down or relationship we had with them or, whatever it may be. But definitely there is, coming your way, just some stuff is being cleared out first. So, focus on the clearing of things, which Virgo energy too, which we just entered Virgo season, is about cleaning out and clearing out stuff too. So, that's what's coming in there for you. And then up next, we've got I Am Amazing. And you want to know, how does the Aquarius perceive you? Well, their perceptions are changing here. Of course, getting swords with an air sign. They are in their head, but they're moving from choppy waters to calmer waters. They are leaving old things behind and moving towards calmer things, So I like that they're thinking, it's a positive card. There is a movement of thinking, which does roll out, which means movement in the outside world too. So you should be seeing some sort of movement in communication with you here coming up. And that is what they have for you. I am amazing. And then Dijona, hello, hello. You'd like to know whatever spirit would like you to know right now. And look at you. You've got to see, this is the King of Wands coming in here. So the King of Wands is this entrepreneur stepping into your power, moving forward energy. So it's like a lot like the Emperor energy of like the Aries new beginnings, um, putting forward your energy, you making decisions. And with that, they have the Ace of Wands in their hands. It's just a reminder of, where am I focusing my energy in each moment? The more I can uh, be aware of and consciously be directing my energy so it's not working on autopilot. Because when we're on autopilot, it's going to go to what where our old habit is, which is focusing on our fears, right? What's missing, what we're afraid will come in or out of our life, blah, 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 right? But if we focus our energy on what we're grateful for, pointing out what we love, we draw more of that into our life. And I feel like it's just a friendly reminder of being aware. Like I always talk about on my phone, when I want to change my awareness, I will um, put a vibrating silent alarm on my phone to come back to gratitude for as often as I feel I need it. Every half hour, every waking hour. Don't make it wake you up, because we don't want a grouchy Dijona, for not sleeping. But I like it for you. So that's what's coming in. So many blessings to you, Dijona. And we'll continue moving down the free list. We got Magana. Hello, hey. So will you be dating and excuse me, from theater class, even though you're just friends at this moment, but just introduced to each other? Oh, okay. Let's take a look here based on current energy. Will you guys be dating? Is the drama going to follow into the drama, right? Well, with the Knight of Cups, with emotional flow, I would feel that is a yes, that you guys will end up acting on this emotional movement that's happening between you guys. So the drama will move off of stage into a different drama. So that's what they have for you, Magana. So many blessings to you. And then VD Jalan, hello. How are you being perceived by people career wise? Well, we always talk about um, how other people perceive us varies from person to person, moment to moment. So overall, is what we'll do. What's the overall consensus for a large portion of the time, right? Because like I said, it depends on who you ask because everyone sees the world through their own eyes. That's why they say everyone's opinion of us is none of our business because it has little to do with us, more about how someone's feeling, thinking about themselves, and the filters through which they see the world. Because we don't see the world as it is, we see the world as we are. So someone could be in a bad mood and they think you suck. Someone could be in a great mood and they think you're the best thing ever, or anything in between, right? It's all inconsistent. So generally, spirit says, the best use of our energy is to see, what do I see when I look at other people, because they're a mirror for me, reflecting back to me what I'm seeing about myself. So I can, using that energy to help free me, is the more uh, you know, profitable use of my energy than wondering what everyone's thinking, because it's just telling me about them. How are they feeling about themselves? Has nothing to do with me, right? But because we want to know, our human wants to know, well, what is the consensus? Well, there's a lot of people around you that have joy and celebration and balanced energy with of the Four of Wands. There's a lot of people that perceive, as joy, celebration, looking for, it could be even goal oriented in a way, because it's the marriage card. And it's like, my goal is to be successful and reach this place. So they might see you as motivated and wanting to achieve a certain level, as well. So hopefully that helps. Just look at what you think of other people, though. You'll get more information for your life path from that. All right. And that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. And Cynthia Burrito, you are up next. So, a general for the month of September. Let's see what they want you to know here. You got the Four of Pentacles, very solid foundation. There's this feeling of home around this, but it's a solid feeling in September. You have more security, more feelings of solidness coming in your outside world, next month. It, of course, always the journey of the Four of Pentacles is realizing that I can only find my wholeness within me, and that when I look to the outside world for my stability, I'm going to feel unstable because all those things in the outside world are unstable. People, situations, things. Those are the three things that we're told to define ourselves by. But people change, they pass away, they walk away. Jobs, education, situations never stay the same. Things break down, burn down, blow up, stolen, deteriorate, whatever. So we realize that that solid foundation, we find home within inward. Inward and upward is where we find capital H, home. And when we fill up with that solidity, defining ourselves by the eternal, unconditional love of the higher realms, then the outside world takes on a new type of stability, because we're not using it to define us. It becomes above and beyond extra, and our solidness is in here, if that helps. So that is what they have for you, Cynthia. So many blessings to you. All right. We'll continue moving down the list here. You're welcome, VD. Hey, Cheery Cheery. Thank you for your donations there. And so yes, so you no longer have to work on your subconscious. Um, we always have to work on our subconscious. About your feelings of out of balance of worth in those particular situations, no. But there's always, we have so much stuffed in our subconscious because we're 90% subconscious, 10% conscious. So we're very unconscious about our subconscious. So there's a lot of stuff. We can always be digging around in there, finding out what's going on with our inner children, our emotional inner child, our mental inner child. So to say that there's this time in our life where, oh, I'm done, I no longer have to do any reflection, is an a a goal that is unobtainable. It's like, I'm gonna get caught up on everything in my life. There's always change and things. There's always adventures happening. So trying to reach perfection of like there's nothing I need to work on in life is an unobtainable goal. There's always something to transform, always something to change. It's like saying I never need any progress in life. I've reached everything I need to do. No. There's always something to grow and new exciting adventures. So I feel like that it's like there's this uh, desire to have perfection. There's this all or nothing feeling inside, and that's perfectionism. That's fear of failure, right? So there's something to look at with that in the subconscious, right? And then you want to know, was uh, FS really hurt deep to the soul when his last ex left him, or just a little heartbreak? Oh, okay. So how extreme was the pain? Let's take a look here and see what's coming on there. I get you. I'm a Capricorn rising, so I totally understand. It's doing the work, doing the work, doing the work. You know, I feel like there was pain there. I mean, I feel like it's more conflict. There was fear. We've got all this energy. We've got the Three of Cups, which is, this feeling of betrayal. Like I don't, they were there's a third party involved, right? But when it comes down to it, really um, depends on the moment. We've got the Chariot card here, which um, I feel like it was constantly moving, constantly changing here. That it all depends on what's going on. I feel like there's this energy of I'm hurt deep in this moment, but then other moments I choose not to be. But then it's like when it's convenient, I feel deep hurt. And when it's not convenient for me, then I don't feel deep hurt because it's all power of choice, right? The extremity constantly changes. And I think that's important to know that there's not like something doesn't hurt us the same always. Something doesn't bring us the same amount of joy always. Um, you know, it it hurt deeply at one point, but it doesn't have to be. It's sometimes it's a little heartbreak because it's all power of choice, right? The story that we put to it comes from us. And when I want to change it, I do. And when I want to change it back, I can too. The emotion I choose to feel in each moment, again, I get to choose the energy, my physical actions. That chariot shows that all of that has to do with what they want, what they feel they are able to do. Right. So, um, and we get to choose what other people's actions, I get to choose what it means when they hurt deep or they choose not to hurt deeply. That's all it's like all this coming back to me. That's the biggest thing. One of our huge things in this life is our freedom of choice, our willpower, our free will, whatever you want to call it. It's our decision making that regardless of what's happening out here, I'm the one that's controlling what is being it's like I'm choosing the screensaver on my computer. I'm choosing the music that's playing. I'm the one choosing how I'm perceiving everything. And when I'm done, I can change it to something else as well. So I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. So this already happened in his life. Let's take a look here. Well, you're the one that said that when his last ex left him, right? So I would imagine that it already has. Do you mean overcoming his heartbreak? I feel like it changes because here we have the king, the emperor, who is new beginnings, that Aries energy standing up and choosing for themselves, and the two of wands, which every moment they're choosing their energy. So it's always been happening, always will be continuing going on. Um, you know, so there's this energy that's coming in here, that they've made these decisions, they've had these, types of energies. So you're talking about his last ex. Oh, so this is your future spouse, and you're wondering if his ex-wife or ex-spouse, because he's had exes, so we want to get be clear with this, right? That his last ex partner, has they've had these heartbreaks, and they've had these multiple heartbreaks because of how they feel about themselves, right? Um, Yeah, yeah, because we've got this, he's being true to his authentic self. He's looking at what his emotional wish come true is, looking for new love. So I do feel like they've gone through all this, and they're in the process now with pursuing a higher love, pursuing new love, wish fulfillment, staying true to their authentic selves with all of this, and the wheel of fortune is turning. So I feel like they have been through all of this already. I feel like they're in the process here of determining what they truly want in life, and they're working on their self love. I feel like they're not in any relationship right now. I feel like they're on their own, trying to determine things here, right now. So they've got all of this energy of focusing on them and what they want to do and what they want to feel and what does wish fulfillment mean. So a lot of self reflection here. But the wheel of fortune, I'm either it's the endings and beginnings, and I feel like with the energy that they've had this. Let's take a look here with your current energies and see if anything has changed here. Say, will they be meeting this year? Power of choice coming in here. So we definitely have this, possibilities are here, but there's all this. We're coming back to power of choice, power of choice, power of choice. Wherever we're focusing our energy is what brings things sooner or further, right? I'm not sure if you've listened to my Take 10 with Zen. Episodes 4 and 5 talk about fate and how what we can do to bring things closer and move things further away. And it also depends on them too, because they had that power of choice card coming in too. So there is possibilities that's going on there. Um, but um, I feel like there's a soon date and a date that's not this year too. So it depends on what energy both of you are doing there, as well. Hey Rajmi, I'm only going to be on for about 6 or 7 more minutes. I don't think I'm going to get down to where you're at for free readings. But anyone that wants to make a donation within the next, I'd say 6 minutes, I'm going to be headed off here at 12:55 to make it over to my, um, whoops, my um, praying mantis session there. I just dropped cards, so I'm going to switch to Light Seers Tarot, so I don't have to go searching after that one. All right, all right, you're very welcome. All righty, and I think that was all of your questions there, Cheery. So let me go back up here. We had left off with great quartz for the free readings. And if anyone's interested in becoming a praying mantis member and join me after every one of these sessions, we do have the praying mantis free readings. And if you're interested, you can check out the membership link at the very top. It talks to all about memberships and also the giveaways that I have going on right now as well. All right. So, great quartz. You want to know about the one that you're meant to be with your future spouse. So, like your final spouse in this lifetime. Let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know here? Okay, none of those. All right. So you do have here the Two of Swords is about closing your eyes and opening your heart and really allowing your passions to step you forward here. We've got this y- this usually means there's mindsets. We have thoughts and beliefs that limit us, the supposed to, the should, the need to, the have to, the must. Sometimes we can get caught into like, well, this is my type. That's person's not really like who I'm attracted to, so we almost like dismiss it without giving people a fair chance sometimes. And I feel like that's what's coming in here because the Queen of Wands is all about intuition and gut instinct and connection to spirit and moving forward with fire and passion and not allowing the mind to limit us, but to open our heart, to open our mind even to having our heart have a say so instead of being so caught up into our mindsets about those preconceived ideas and thoughts of the past. So there's just some questioning of who, to open the blinders to where we can be like, okay, instead of being like, well, no, it has to be this person with this type of job or education or blah, 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 all that stuff that we're given, and it's like, well, let's open it up. Let's be more open minded around things, letting our heart have more of a say so as well. So that's what I feel is coming through right now. Great court. So many blessings to you. All right. And Kritika Mahotra, you go, when will your crush Arnav confess his feelings? And do you have a future together? All right. So I'm only doing one card readings for the free reading. So we'll see what comes through here. When you get the Five of Pentacles, there is this um feeling of lack, this feeling of being left behind, abandonment, being left out in the cold. And with this, it feels like that Arnav got has some feelings of lack and some feelings of abandonment, kind of some of their worth issues that have to be looked at first. I feel like right now they don't feel worthiness of love, and so a lot of stuff is kept away. And until they work on that, it doesn't feel like there's going to be any kind of opening that comes up in their life, with that. Um, I feel like being their inner child is holding them back from allowing love in because of their feelings when they were younger of being abandoned and not being lovable. So there's this holding back that's coming in right now with them, Kritika. So with our current energies, I don't feel like that they will be confessing feelings because they don't feel like um, they don't love themselves. They don't feel like they're lovable, so they can't confess love or look at a future because they can't see that worthiness there, if that makes sense. So that's what's coming in for you there. All right. And we are getting close to the end here. Yeah. Oh, boo doo boo boo. Little boo boo. But, he chose his journey and his adventures. So, you know, that's what's kind of coming in there. What can you do? What can you do? All right, everybody. I'm going to start closing down here because I'm going to bug out of here in 5 minutes to head over to my praying mantis session. But as I said here, I do have memberships available now if anyone's interested in that, and some big giveaways. So just to make sure everyone's aware, here is the link for that video. There's giveaways in there, even for people who do not become members. There's a big thank you there. So if you want to check out that video, that'll talk all about that. And then I also have weekly giveaways currently for my subscribers. Every Tuesday, I put out a video announcing what I'm giving away on the following Monday. So you can check that out. There's still a few days left to get into there. And then also, each week I put out currently a pick a card reading, and this week was how can I transform disappointment? So you can check out that. I have a ton of other pick a cards on my main page. So if I wasn't able to get to your free reading, you can jump over there and follow your heart if you need answers right now. Otherwise, I will be back this evening at 6 p.m. Mountain Time in about, what, 5 hours. So I shall return if you want to catch me then. I'm also here Saturday and Sunday morning at 11 a.m. Mountain, and then tomorrow night as well at 6 p.m. Mountain. And then each week I put out at least one pick a card reading. I mean, a take 10 with Zen. I was just saw my pick a card again. And here is the video for that. So it's a video that's 10 minutes or less that talks about um, how we can connect with spirit, how we can connect to our powerful selves, and also how we can um, or answer, I'm sorry, questions from my subscribers as well. I was just seeing that someone made a donation here. So I will get you in here, Anita, and then I'll be bugging out of here in 3 minutes. So we will answer your question, and then no more donations in this session. If you make one, I'll cover it later this evening. So Anita, you want current feelings and emotions of vendor for you. All right. Let's take a look here and see. And thank you for your donation. That will be my final reading, and then I'll be heading out. I hope everyone has a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. All right. Well, we do here, we've got the Sun card and we've got the World card. These are two very positive cards here, Anita. So I feel like there is this, joy and celebration, this bright. The Sun, I feel like, is like a lot of attraction. Um, but there's this Eight of Swords here in the middle. Let me see if I can do this. So, this is Leo energy, which means they're really focusing here on, we've got this energy that comes in um, here, and we've got this, um, uh, looking into their subconscious, looking into their, um, you know, subconscious, their thoughts and their beliefs and mindsets that have made them feel blinded and bound and trapped, right? So there are in this process of leaving away old ways of thinking to move to new ways of thinking, but there is this passion, there is this victory type of feeling. Both of these are very positive cards that are coming in here. So I do like this energy here for you. I just feel like they're doing some inner work. The Eight of Swords is a good card because there is this movement that comes in here, this movement that of thought and belief and mindset. So I feel like you're about to have this kind of movement forward towards you, but it's this energy of not wanting, a lot of expectations. They don't wanna feel bound and trapped before. That's what this, world card brings in, because it's the last card in the major arcana, which opens up this energy of, freedom and no expectations and none this pressure, more of an adventure type of feel together. So I feel like this is kind of the feelings and emotions is they have this attraction, but they're getting out of their mindsets and they're just trying to have this get to know each other movement forward without a lot of expectations and things around it, right? So that's what's coming in there. And oh, thank you, Keel. I sorry, Chinmay. I see that you made a donation and I kind of blended in because it was the same color of everything with Cheery there. So I'm gonna do this one here. I'm sorry, Nova. I'm gonna have to be headed off though. So Nova, I'm gonna have to come back to you guys because I'm going to do that. Shinmei, let me take a look here. Okay. So what's going on in Diksha's life? What are her feelings for you? All right. What's going on with the world card popping out here? Yeah, sorry, Shinmei, that I overlooked that there. Yeah, I've got 5 minutes before to get over to the other one, so I can get you in here. But Supernova, I'm not sure. All right. So what's going on in their life? Okay, and what are their feelings for you? Okay. Yeah, well, what's going on in their life? I mean, their world feels like it's being turned upside down here. They have this significant ending of going on in their life and this movement forward here, that's unfolding here. So there is this change that's happening. There is this, I feel like, endings and beginnings that's happening here for sure. I feel like, they've got this the 7 of Swords coming in with the 10 of Cups. And with this combination, I kind of feel like what's going on in their life is that they had some of these letdowns. This is all the thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that have made them feel like deceived and deception and lied to and cheated. And I feel like they really have had this letdown that's happened here that is like signifying this change in their life where they're wanting to look at things differently because there's some deep emotional disappointment that I feel is coming in there. Um, I feel like that really here, I feel like they are like this connection here. They've got this, um, this standing on their own. I mean, I feel like they want to have this passion and this movement, but I just feel like with the 6 of Pentacles right now, Shinmei, that their feelings are more internally focused because there's this out of balance giving and receiving with the 6 of Pentacles. I just feel like they're realizing a lot about how their passions have taken them into these kind of codependent relationships, that there's been this, energy, um, you know, of that is just like out of balance, and they always feel like they have to overgive. And right now they have this energy of wanting to focus in on them and go, why do I keep doing this? And I kind of feel like everything's turned inward in their life and they're doing a huge reflection there, Shinmei. I don't feel like there any feelings they have. I feel like there's this passion and attraction, but I almost feel like they don't trust themselves. They're like, "No, I always end up taking my life in this direction, and I need to get a hold of this. What is happening?" And I feel like this bubble around them that they're focused inward on there. So that's what's kind of, I feel is coming in there, Shinmei. So hopefully that makes sense. So that is what they have for you. I do need to head off, everybody. Nova, you can ask it later if you're back. I do need to head off here. So please, if I miss something, please even comment if you want to comment on the video. I can answer it there as well later. Dajona, I did complete yours. Everyone else that I didn't get to, my deepest apologies. I think I almost got down to Blessed One, if that helps anyone. So Blessed One, Marie, I didn't get to. Stoned Epiphany, I didn't get to. Tim, Tanya, there was a lot here, so my apologies. I will be back though in 5 hours. I'm going to head off now to my praying mantis session. If you want to become a member of a praying mantis, you can join me over there right now. So many blessings to you guys. Please know I love you deeply and dearly, and every second of every moment of your life, you are unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things. And much love to you. Take care of yourselves. We'll see you guys soon.